My name is Mike Rubin. I am the G4C coordinator for Yorkshire, which is exactly as exciting as it sounds. We're very lucky to come to Sheffield Hallam because it's been well known that the Sheffield Hallam people are more attractive than anywhere else in the county. So I was particularly looking forward to coming tonight. Oh my God, how quick is that? There we go, that's better. Let's not get over the top. Firstly, you've probably all just seen it. Who can tell me what G4C stands for? Pardon? There we go. We do freebies as well. I love having a kid. It means I can go get happy meals now without feeling guilty. Great. Yeah, hello and welcome from myself. Really happy to come in tonight. Obviously, you're all here for our main event, which is also about employability, which we're very lucky to have Paul Jackman from Thorn to have a little bit of a chat to us about that. We've also got the speed networking session, which is going to be really good. Please don't be put off that there may be slightly more than 50% students in the room. Hands up if you're a student. Hands up if you're not a student. It's fairly close. It's maybe slightly more on the student side, but it's fairly close. Part of the point of the speed networking is just to get used to doing networking, because when you get into the world of work, you do get to go to networking events, you get to meet people that you don't know, and it kind of takes some people out of our comfort zones very slightly. You know, I'm not particularly one for networking, but it's a really good sort of skill to have, and it's something that you will have to do, basically. So the more practice you can get of it, the better. And then finally, we're very lucky to have Haley Smith, who won the Young Achiever of the Year award of the National Construction Excellence Awards at the end of last year. Haley's going to be talking to us a lot about her career. We're very much looking forward to that. No stress. Do you know, it did that without me clicking it. It's good, isn't it? It reads my mind. Very quickly, because obviously we're all here for the employability. What is G4C? What is construction excellence? G4C is a strand of the organisation called... Let me do that sentence again. Oh, by the way, this is being filmed. So my unprofessionalism is being recorded to go on YouTube to be seen by 5, maybe 6 people. Which hopefully none of them will be my boss. Construction excellence is a cross-sector, cross-supply chain, member-led organisation operating for the good of industry and its stakeholders. That's the sentence, isn't it? It's designed to try and revolutionise construction. It's long been thought, as any of you who are doing research papers into efficiency in construction, it's long been thought that construction is a relatively inefficient industry. Construction excellence is trying to revolutionise that, bringing in new thought processes, new technologies, new ways of us working together to try and improve things. G4C, which is what I'm here about, is kind of the new entrance to the industry thing. It's very well recognised that the people who are moving into the industry now, our students, and those people who have just entered the work space, whilst they may be lacking somewhat of experience about construction, they also bring with them the advantage of knowing, of not having any preconceptions about why we do certain things. You know, many of you will be better geared up using things like social media than, say, certain other people in the industry who are already in the industry for a number of years. I exclude myself from that because I'm an IT geek, and anything that I've always been doing work I very much enjoy. If you want to know anything more about G4C, you've all got my email address. Because you've signed up to this, I've got your email address, and you will be getting emails from me. If you'd rather not get one, just let me know, no problem, we'll take it off the list. Tonight we'll talk about employability, which we all know, or I hope you do. I'm not going to talk any more about that. Very quickly, first a word from our sponsor, because this would not have happened if it wasn't for the guys who helped us put this event together. Sheffield Hallam University, Tony, you're first.
I'll be 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, again, very welcome. Thank you very much for coming tonight. This all happened because of a conversation I had with Paul Curry over at the swim baths when our children were swimming, and he said, we're doing this, and I said, this is something we have to get involved with. Sheffield Hallam University will support G4C and be part of G4C in any way we possibly can. We are delighted you come here tonight. We will host you whenever we want. We'll be part of you whenever you want. To all our visitors here, you are very, very welcome. We are launching, because we have some really good employer relationships, a centre of excellence in the built environment based around employability. If anybody here would like to get involved, please have a chat to me. We are also reviewing our part-time provision in light of changing market conditions, etc., to try to improve our relationships and commitment and progression through the professions. And again, if we can help in that and we can take advice and instruction from you, we'll be delighted. And I really just want to say thank you very much for coming to us. Have a wonderful evening. If I can help in any way I can, we will do. And that's it. So thank you.
Thanks. And secondly, I see he's looking very eager at the end of the row. Mark, there was some question as to whether Mark will get to in time for his piece. I've actually printed off the bit from the McDonald's website, but I'm sure yours will be better.
You'll probably do a better job than me, to be honest with you. But just very quickly from me, hello everybody. I'm here in a bit of a dual role. I'm a G4C committee member, but I'm also here to represent McDonald. We're very pleased that we've been asked to sponsor this, the first big G4C event that's being held in this region. For those of you that don't know about us, we're a global management engineering development consultancy. We've got over 14,000 staff and we work in 140 countries. And we've actually got offices in Sheffield, Leeds and across the UK. Our big strength is that we're multidisciplinary, so we work in a number of sectors, which is actually great when you're an employee, because you get to experience all sorts of stuff and find out where your real interest is. And we're actually planning to recruit between 152 and 200 graduates in 2013. So we brought some information about ourselves. There's some leaflets actually at the back of the other room along with a few freebies. I didn't bring them in here like mine, I perhaps should have done and thrown them about, but they're at the back of the other room, so please feel free to pick them up. Have a look at the website, or if you've got any questions, please feel free to have a chat to myself or my colleague Nick. Thank you, and hope to see some of you again at future events.
Thanks, Mark. So has anyone had a drink tonight? Say thank you, Mark, because if it wasn't very, we wouldn't have any drinks. I should have done this to begin with, and I've done it in order. If you've got mobile phones, can you please turn them off or silent, please, so we're not. And I have checked mine, that's how serious I'm taking it. I've even turned mine off. And it's not because I might get caught and told that I've got a baby in emergency. I think now it's time for our main event. Mr. Paul Jackman from Thorn Baker. There you go. Good luck.
Thank you. Good evening. I'd like to see such a decent turnout, so I'll be speaking for approximately 30 minutes. Hopefully, if you can take one or two tips away from tonight, I'll consider a job well done. I'd like to flank with a colleague, Michelle, who sat on front, you can just put your hand up, and later on come and speak to either Michelle or myself, just come and see us. I believe we've got a couple of the recruiters in the room at the back, so hi guys, and hopefully we'll get on. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of a recruiter's perspective on what we look for, and also taking into account what our clients tell us. So when we go and see clients, they tell us about their experiences as well. So it will be real life, what actually goes on, and some of it will be sort of behind the scenes stuff. Okay, I can tell you it won't be a lecture on body language in interviews, and I won't be asking you to leave a personal action plan that you've got to report back and fill in loads of stuff. Okay. So, a little bit about me. I actually studied construction management, early 90s, graduated at the same time as the last recession was ending. I know very much how difficult it was to get a job back in 94, think about that far. I worked on site for a couple of years as a site engineer, so I've been there, got dirty with it before getting into recruitment. Okay, what Thorn Baker do, we're a recruitment agency. We've got 7 branches nationwide. We supply primarily into the construction and allied industries. We've got 60 staff approximately, and we supply a lot of the household main contractors and specialist subcontractors. That tends to be what we do with both temporary and permanent staff. Okay, so when I was doing a bit of research for this, I was thinking, well, we have to speak about employability. I said, what the hell is that, frankly, to be honest? It's not a term we can use in the recruitment industry. So did a bit of research and Googled this definition, which, so best read is here, a set of attributes, skills and knowledge that all labour market participants should possess to ensure they have the capability of being effective in the workplace to the benefit of themselves, the employer, and the wider community. It sounds fantastic. But that's not really me, so my take on it is how to present yourself in the best possible way to improve your chances of getting a job, keeping a job, or getting promoted, because that's what most of you are going to want to do. You know, if you ain't got a job, you're going to want one. Okay, so move on a little bit. Okay, if you approach the recruitment process from like McDonald, from some of our clients, and even when we recruit for ourselves, it's time-consuming, costly, frustrating, you're going to manage risk and avoid discrimination. What I need to try and get across is, that's why the recruitment industry exists. There's 30 million people employed. The recruitment industry turns over 25 billion and employs 100,000 people. So there's a huge resource that keeps the labour market flexible, be it temporary or permanent work. Companies put a huge amount of resource into it, and there's a lot of human buying decisions go on next. If you're in HR, you're recruiting. If you recruit the wrong person, it's not just time and money. It also reflects poorly on the person that makes those recruitment decisions. So they want to have confidence that whoever they're going to take on isn't going to fall out 6 months, 12 months down the line. They want to have confidence that they're making the right decision, and try and help you demonstrate a few little tips that can help you get closer to them. And what we're talking about really is getting to that interview stage as well. You're not going to talk to the interview stage, but getting noticed. Quite continuously I'll talk about avoiding discrimination, but that is also at the forefront of a lot of recruiters' minds. And that's one reason why you probably best not put your picture on a CV, as the first impressions. But there is a lot of individuals out there that, if they don't get an answer back from a job, why wasn't I successful? Before you know you've got a letter, you've discriminated against me, why was I interviewed, why wasn't I considered? So again, people you speak to in HR, in recruitment, will be concerned about that and look out for that. Okay, so employability. A few basics that spring to mind when preparing. If you haven't got a well-presented application, chances are it'll go in the bin, be it a real bin or a virtual bin. If it looks scruffy, you forget it. In terms of mandatory requirements, what I'm talking about here is if there's a job specification and it clearly states you need X experience, you need this qualification, if it doesn't match, dozens of others will do. You'll be in the bin again. So don't waste your time and try not to waste everybody else's time. Yeah, little contentious, employed or unemployed. If you've had the misfortune to be out of a job for some time, which I know a lot of people have, it genuinely does make you a little harder to recruit, makes you less attractive to employers. And this isn't my views, this is real experience, what clients are telling us. If you've got 8-9 months and you haven't worked, there'll be people that will have done and they'll be asking questions, and they'll be, makes your life harder. Explain why you want to work for a company. Many times we will get an email submission and it can be an automated job response. There's nothing there at all, and it doesn't take much to say, see the advert, we like the sound of your company, that's why I'm applying, hope to hear from you soon. It's a few sentences, and they really stand out. Just somebody saying, I want to work for your company, I like the sound of your company, I like the sound of the opportunity. So, put some thought into your choice of words. But the students, especially, where you haven't got a great big kind of work history, try and get some relevant part-time work. I'm sure you're all doing what you can to pay your way through university, but at least try and make your part-time work relevant if you can. And I appreciate that's easier said than done. Okay, for what I call passive approach is primarily about how you look online. You know, 100,000 recruiters out there looking for people. That's their job, to get people into jobs so they can earn fees, so they can earn a wage. So if you make yourself findable, attractive online, you're going to differentiate yourself from your colleagues, and it is about standing out, so that when they come across you on LinkedIn, Google you, or you get spotted in a company newsletter doing some CSR work, make yourself attractive to anyone who may come across your profile in any way, shape or form. One day you might even get headhunted, and you'll be glad that you did. I'll come to the e-profile, what I call the e-profile, in a little while. Employed by a competitor, it's nice if you're hiring and you see someone's a competitor, especially if it's a competitor that you rate. That helps as well. And career on the up won't really apply to students in the room, but if your career's going backwards year after year after year, again, it makes it difficult. Can I help you with that one? Well, it depends on you taking some responsibility for it, taking training, perhaps looking at other directions. It's not an easy one at all. And what I'll come on to is employability skills. There's a slight distinction in terms of the skills that surround your qualifications, your interpersonal skills, communication, those type of things. There's, what did I say? It's a great book by these guys from, can I say Leeds Met in here? Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've written a book, funnily called Employability Skills. And these are the type of things that they focus on, so I'm going to take credit for that. But I'd certainly recommend getting a full copy of that book. There's some really good stuff in there. And these are the skills that, if you've got them, great, but present them. Let people know if you have these skills. Let them know that you've got them. Okay, just want to speak a little bit about the economic outlook and jobs market at the moment. The REC is the Recruitment and Employment Confederation, and each month they publish a report. You can go to their website anytime and take a look yourself. And the key headline in December was that job vacancies were increasing at the fastest rate for 20 months. Good news. Conversely, the Telegraph report in January that graduates face the toughest job market since the depths of recession. Funnily enough, the BBC took the same story that the Telegraph ran with and reported that in a positive light, because there was something like 2.3% more graduate places going to be available this year than last year. So it just shows how media can swing the same story. CITB, mind you, the industry that the bulk of you will be in, be it consultancy on the client side, main contractors, material suppliers, basically saying you've got 10